Hey guys, this week on the Wild Side, we're talking all about this incredible lizard. To see more videos, you have to subscribe to us right here on YouTube and share our video with all of your friends. So come on, let's take a walk or a belly slide with this incredible lizard. This is a blue-tongued skink, and this is Lily, and we are back at Zoo Imagination with this incredible cold-blooded creature. Now, Lily and other blue-tongued skinks can be found in Australia. Look at their incredible face. Look at her sticking her blue tongue out. Now, they use that blue tongue for a couple different aspects of their life. Number one, they use it to taste the air. Everyone, stick out your tongue. Now, move it back into your mouth. Now, try to taste the air with it. No, I got nothing. But that's because in the roof of our mouth, we do not have a Jacobson's organ, as these animals do. You see, they stick their tongue out, taste the air, bring that tongue back into their mouth, and can read what's in their environment around them, whether it's food, navigation, another lizard. They also use their tongue as a defense mechanism. Have you ever been scared that someone's gonna jump out and get you or coming after you, or there's an animal that may be scaring you, like a dog barking? Try the blue-tongued skink technique. We're gonna do it together. You open your mouth nice and wide. Stick out your tongue. Okay, that just makes me look like a weird person. But for a blue-tongued skink, that's exactly what they do. They open their mouth wide, they show that blue tongue, they start moving their head. Their mouth is a beet red. Their tongue is blue. Now in nature, if you have contrasting colors, that typically signals to predators that you are not friendly and they need to stay away from you. So this is their biggest form of defense. And they need a lot of defense because a lot of creatures in the Australian outback would love to get their mouth around a blue-tongued skink. And they're not very athletic. Just look at these tiny little legs here. Now, the little legs of the blue-tongued skink don't allow them to move as quickly as other lizards. Also, they're one of the few species of lizard that don't put any weight on their legs whatsoever. They basically belly scoot on the ground everywhere they need to go. Now, where are they going? Under rocks, under logs, coming out to bask because they are cold-blooded animals, absorbing the sunlight and getting energy, but staying under the rocks and the logs to avoid predators such as birds of prey or dingoes. Now, if they were to get attacked by something and their blue tongue and their red mouth didn't deter the predator, they would try to give them their back as much as possible. Take a look at this tail here. Right here, at the base of the tail, they have what's called a fracture point. Now, from this fracture point, they can actually begin to regrow their tail. It's not like going, whoop, and your arm grows back. It can take a very, very long time to regenerate all that tissue that was lost when they did lose their tail as a defense mechanism. Now, dropping the tail allows the predator to focus on something while the blue-tongued skink is able to hopefully slink away. Now, we've talked about things that eat them, but what does a blue-tongued skink eat? Well, they're quite omnivorous, finding themselves eating small rodents, insects. They'll even eat vegetation, grazing on different leaves, fruits, vegetables. This is a very, very popular pet item, too. Many of you out there might know someone with a blue-tongued skink as a pet. Well, this is about as large as they get here. If you look here, this animal is roughly about 13 to 14 inches long. This is as big as they're really going to get. However, they do need to require a lot of care. You see, they need basking lights. They need to be able to stay warm. They need UVA and UVB light. They need a good enough size enclosure where they can move around, slink around, and dig and burrow. They also need access to water. You need to be able to feed them regularly. Not overfeed them, but feed them regularly. Watch their body condition. And if you'd like your blue-tongued skink to be like Lily here, you have to do what Zoo Imagination does. They handle this animal all the time going out on outreach. You have to get this animal used to being handled by you. Now, there are some things that can go wrong if you have a blue-tongued skink as a pet. For instance, if you don't give them the proper moisture in their habitat, they won't shed their skin properly. Look right here. Lily's losing a scale right above her left eye. They don't shed like a snake would in one big movement. They shed scale by scale. Here, let me show you. Look at this one right here. Starting to come off. right there. Now they'll rub this skin up against rocks and logs, and then, boom, it falls off in sheets. But if you don't give these animals proper humidity, if you don't give them proper access to water, guess what could happen? They could actually have their dead skin cells begin to rot over the fresh skin cells, cutting off blood flow to different appendages, like their legs. And if they aren't properly shedding, they can actually shed off their legs. And of course, if that happens, animal's not going to be able to move around, and it could lead to a very, very difficult life for the blue-tongued skink. Although, like we said earlier, they don't put any weight on their legs, they still need it from their mobility. So as always, if you're going to make a lizard a member of your family, please do your research first, because there's all kinds of different aspects of care that go in taking care of any new member of your family. And as always, please try to adopt. There are plenty of lizards like this looking for good homes. Maybe that's one that you can provide. Well, that's all for this week here on the Wild Side. As always, please subscribe to us here on YouTube. Share us with your friends. We are doing so many fun and awesome things. To find out all the places we're going or the animals we're filming with, you have to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, right here on YouTube. As always, folks, stay wild, conservation rules, and we'll see you next week when we highlight yet another of your favorite species. Until then, see you, everybody.